Phil's music has livened up the journey some. Phil?
Harley?
How are you liking the guitar?
It is a fine instrument. I have not had the opportunity to play in some time.
Favor us with a performance soon?
The music of Vespuccia is not to my taste, but I will play for you some songs from my country. They warm the heart and
Alright, warriors.
stir the soul.
Can't wait. Do you think Captain Boylan will be all right?
I would like to think so. It takes great bravery to confront one's inner demons. I am glad we were able to help him do so.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Oh. Show us some fun action with good music.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
I've still got old Captain Boylan on my mind. Think he'll be all right?
I think so. He seemed much more at peace when we left him. I'm just glad our intervention did some good.
I have to say, I've learned quite a bit about coyotes lately.
They are fascinating creatures, aren't they?
Yes,
I'm sure
the
you can
one
understand
thing I
why
will
there are
tell
so
you,
many
if you're
stories
playing
and
the hardest
legends about them.
difficulty or the harder difficulties,
Leger, I need a word.
the ones protecting
Yes?
the
There's a stopped wagon up
databases,
there. Traders
those
from the
missions
lookout.
are hard.
I'll pull over. Go see if they've got anything worthwhile for sale.
Will do.
Because there are waves of enemies coming at you.
Those beasts look beat. Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, hello there. Where did you come from?
The wagon just down the road there. I was coming to see if...
Hold up there, stranger.
Pa, what are you doing?
State your business. We do not want trouble.
Might be.
Easy there. Trouble's the last thing I'm looking for.
Then what are you looking for?
I've been sent to inquire if you were traders. Thought we might do business.
Ah, well, there you are then. You can put the gun down, Pa. She's clearly not a highwaywoman.
No? You know how sneaky they are, Ma. And this road is infested with them.
You've had some trouble with bandits then?
Not personally, thanks be to God. But we know the terrible tales.
And we take such warnings seriously. Very seriously.
Pa, please. If she did have any wicked intent, I'm sure she's given it up now that she sees how well protected we are. Please put the gun away. And let's talk like civilized Christian folk.
Very well. I swear, if you attempt anything...
She'll regret it sorely, I'm sure. There now. Well, you asked if we were traders, and indeed we are. We're bound for Rosewater to sell our stock. We were about to make camp for the evening, but we'd be glad to show you what we have, provided you can pay or trade.
Rosewater, you say? We've just come from there ourselves.
Is that right? We've made the trek many times. It is never dull.
It's been eventful for us as well.
Oh, I'd enjoy hearing about your journey. How about your folk camp with us tonight? Make an evening of it. A chance to trade stories as well as wares.
Now, Ma, is that a good idea? Ria has been fussy all day.
It'll be fine. She loves meeting new people.
We do not have extra food, so we cannot feed you.
That's all right. We have some. We can pool what we've got.
Very good. A potluck.
Great. I'll let my companions know to prepare for company. By the way, my name's Harley Leger.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are the Fortine family. I'm Sarah Little Owl, and my husband is Carl. We've also got 3 children in the wagon. Beth, Bram, and baby Ria. You'll meet them later this evening.
I look forward to it.
Well, have you finished Far Cry 3 yet?
What a nice evening. I'm so glad we did this. Seems Gegi's taken a shine to Miss Johnson.
She's a fine dog. With a little training, she'd be a fine trail companion.
Oh, I don't think we'll bother with all that.
Fair enough. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to the other fire.
Take Gaggy along if you want.
All right. Come on, girl.
No. What do you mean no? Why not?
I much prefer our means of transportation. That was a good meal. Hey, Mrs. Fortine?
Yes, Miss Leger.
I'm curious to know how you and your husband met.
We both worked for the Gold River Trading Company. I'd already been at the lodge for a few years with my brothers when he first came through. We courted for a while, and eventually decided to elope.
Love at first sight, huh?
It took a while to get to know him, but I could see he was different from the other trappers. Brutes and wild men, but not Carl. After we were married, we both left the company and came west to work independently.
I'm gonna play Adamfall after this one.
Are you from Western Vespuccia originally?
No, I'm Cheyenne. We come from the southern part of the province you call Rotterdam. Your friend, Miss Redbird. Who are her people?
I asked, but she doesn't know herself. We met her at an Otham village, where she was staying as a guest.
I see. Well, send her my way when she has a moment. I'd love a chat.
You folks been to Rosewater often?
Several times, yes. We usually spend the winter there. Ever since they extended the rail line, we can go there and sell to traders who ship our pelts back east. Actually, Rhea was born in Rosewater.
You don't say. Have you had your dog long?
Only a few days. We adopted Gaggy from a traveling carnival we passed some miles back. Pa wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I thought it would do the children good to have a companion. Although I have noticed that Bram starts to sneeze something awful when she's around. I hope he gets over it.
How did you come up with the name Gaggy?
Oh, that was Rhea's doing. Gaggy is her way of saying doggy. We all thought it was adorable, and the name stuck.
So, what's the trapper's life like?
It can be rough, but I like the freedom. We can go where we want, when we want, without any boss telling us otherwise.
It's not too dangerous for a young family?
The children are born to it. They can hunt and trap with their eyes closed. Besides, we don't go after anything dangerous. Mainly deer, elk, and beavers.
Your children seem very capable. How old are they?
Beth is 14, Bram is 9, and Rhea is 18 months.
Okay, I think that's it here. Yep.
Harley, come, join us.
No! Bad dog! Bram! Take this mutt back to the wagon. She has caused enough trouble for one night.
She's just a pup. You can't expect her to be a perfect angel without being trained to it.
Trained? I would like to know how we will find the time for that. Honestly, I do not know what Sarah was thinking taking her in.
Here, Mr. Fortine, have some rum. I think it will do you some good.
I probably shouldn't, but why not?
Ah, well, her combat is
that
different.
song you were gonna play us, Phil?
Ah, yes. This is a tune I have always enjoyed.
It's fun sometimes to play the big guy. Yes. Because, you know, you're like a bulldozer. It's nice to be able to mix it up like that, you know. But she is the handiest one to fight with. Okay. Let's have a little chat with people.
Mr. Fortine,
Yes?
just wanted to tell you, your family's lovely.
Oh, that is very kind of you, Miss Leger. I am blessed to have such a loving wife and children. Quite fortunate. Ironic, really.
I mean, I like the game, but it's still not
Most
an
folks
Assassin's Creed
pronounce my
game
surname
either.
as Fortune, if they see it written down. There's supposed to be power in names, right? Maybe even wrong ones.
How did you come to meet Mrs. Fortine?
Oh, well, I was working at the Gold River Trading Company, and she came into work at the lodge.
It's
with
just
the
like the
dog.
other,
The
you know,
other
Valhalla,
travelers treated her
Odyssey
her
and
kin
stuff.
Like the dirt they walked on. But eventually, I convinced her I was different.
It's still a good game, it's just
Decided
not
to
an
be
Assassin's
low
Creed
for a short
game.
while after we began courting. The fools I worked with did not look too
Just because they gave her the
favorably on
blade
me
doesn't mean
and
it's an
they-
Assassin's Creed game.
So I said to hell with them. We left town and moved out here to make it on our own. Been doing fine ever since.
I'd like to know more about your children.
Those apples did not fall too far from the tree, thank the Lord. Bram's a great shot, and Beth's as good a trapper as me. Maybe better. I just hope that does not cause trouble when the time comes to find her a husband.
Pardon my frankness, but I get the impression you don't much care for your dog.
It's not that I don't care for her. I do not believe we can care for her. We've already got 5 mouths to feed. One more won't help. Ma didn't even consult me before taking her. Says she got her for the children, but they should worry about taking care of each other, not some poor animal.
What's the trapper's life like?
It can be a lonely life. Lots of trappers live and work alone, and hardly ever see another living soul.
Yeah, he's not
I
an
think it
assassin.
drives them a little crazy. Like they forget how to be
He's a
human.
bulldozer.
That is why I thank God every day for my family. They saved me from that.
Mrs. Fortine mentioned you were headed to Rosewater?
That's right. It's where we do most of our business. Be nice to see old Sheriff Campbell again. He's good people.
I'm gonna talk to the new people here.
Good evening, Harley.
Hi, Nadine. And who's this?
This is the Fortine's eldest daughter, Beth, and their youngest, Rhea.
Good to meet you, Beth. I'm Harley.
How do you do?
So, what have you two been chatting about?
Beth was just recounting her family's journey from the mountains.
Hasn't been too eventful. Most interesting thing we've seen is a traveling carnival. Of course, we didn't get to see much of it on account of Pa. He kept saying there were a bunch of hucksters and thieves looking to steal our money.
That dog of yours is real cute.
Oh, do you think so? I'm not fond of dogs, but Ma got him mostly to keep Ram entertained, I think. I worry when she gets too excited around the baby, though.
Sweet baby. Quiet.
Yes, Rhea's very good-tempered. Not like Ram at that age. Whew! He was a little terror.
Mrs. Fortine told me to send you her way, Nadine. I think she wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know.
I'll just leave you both to it.
Excuse me, but it's getting late. I should put Rhea to bed.
Very well. It was nice talking to you, Beth.
And you. Good night.
I had my doubts about that contraption, but it's really come through so far.
Not now, Harley. I'm listening to the music.
Sorry, think we could talk later? I want to hear Phil play.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
Phil's not bad, is he?
I've certainly heard worse. Think I'll be retiring soon. Early start tomorrow.
You're always the first one down. Be nice to have you stick around a while longer.
Think so, huh?
Sure. This is our chance to wind down. Enjoy each other's company some.
We'll see, but I ain't making any promises.
I noticed you and the dog were getting on well.
She's sweet. This family don't appreciate what they've got. Not everybody's cut out for taking care of others.
He's in the middle of playing. Kind of hypnotic. The tent I'm sharing with Nadine. It's more spacious than it looks. Jake and Danny's tent.
So, what now then?
Having a good evening, Mrs. Fortine?
I am, Miss Legere. I'm so glad we did this.
I much prefer our means of transportation.
There's like nothing else I can see what we're gonna do here.
It's so nice to have music, isn't it?
Mr. Fortine,
Yes?
if Geggy's a burden to you, we could take her off your hands.
You would do that?
Sure.
No, I couldn't. Ma would raise Cain, and the children would hate me if I gave away their dog.
Your daughter told me she's not fond of dogs.
That's right. I wish she had told me, or her mother for that matter. Tell you what, I'll go discuss it with Ma. We will let you know what we decide.
We're gonna get a dog to our party now, huh?
Miss Legere, come over here. Ma and I have discussed your proposal.
It pains me to admit it, but I may have been somewhat hasty in adopting that pup. Now, you're certain you can provide her a good home?
I think so, yes.
Then it is settled.
If
We'll
not,
let
we
you
will
have
just
her for
have a
2
dog for
o'clock.
dinner, not.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to charge me.
It's only fair. After all, we paid 8 crowns for her. So really, you're getting a deal.
Actually, I've changed my mind. We've got enough to worry about without having a dog to care for.
That's too bad. But I understand.
We should probably call it a night, don't you think, Paul?
Oh,
Yes,
God, so we
we
can't
have
get
a
the
long
dog just
ride
because we
ahead
got
of us.
It
robbed
was
that
lovely
time.
meeting you and your friends.
He only
Miss
had
Legere.
one crown.
Likewise. Best of luck on your travels.
And to you as well. Good night.
Was that stupid amazing Jake? I had to drink that stupid water.
Bravo, Phil.
Gracias. Let us keep the evening going, shall we?
Got any more songs for us, Phil?
In fact, I do. I always found this one rather beautiful. Dime que me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Y cuando volveré, ay mis brazos tenerte, si estando libre tú eres feliz. Cuando nadie tu paso detiene, la distancia no se compadece de estos ojos que sufren por ti. Y vivo la ilusión de que un día regreses. Entre abrazos y caricias confieses que no hay vida sin mí. Y dime qué me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
Nice.
Goodness, that was certainly...
Are you crying?
Of course not. Just got a cinder in my eye.
Hey, you don't need to be shy about it. Nothing wrong with showing your feelings.
You're right. Damn fine song, Phil. Thanks for sharing it with us.
My pleasure.
Hey Nadine, how's it going?
I enjoyed speaking with the Fortines. I hope they fare well in Rosewater. So many people just come and go through town. It's not really a home for many. Kind of sad if you think about it.
Time for me to bed down. See you all bright and early.
Hey Danny, how's your evening been?
I really enjoyed meeting the Fortines. It's nice to see a family that's so close. All that time on the road and in the mountains, with only each other to rely on. It can't be easy, but they clearly make it work. I think maybe I'll ride my parents next chance I get.
I'm feeling a mite queasy, so if you folks don't mind.
Time for me to call it a night.
Good night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Okay.
Morning. Say, isn't that the Fortines dog?
Not anymore. They let me take her.
Oh, well good. Geggy didn't seem too thrilled with the family.
I don't think she was. And her name's not Geggy anymore. It's Lisa Lou.
Good choice. She looks like a Lisa Lou.
I'm glad you think so. Now come on, let's head out.
You got the dog anyway. Nice. I wonder how many stops are gonna be on this path, man. Jesus.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, Harley?
It was nice to spend time with that Trapper family.
With who? Oh, right, the Finns.
I believe they were the Fortines.
Right.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure.
How about that Trapper family, huh?
It's nice to see good people like that out here in the wilderness. Pretty easy to get jaded and expect nothing but bandits and mountebanks, you know.
The wagon is slowing down again.
See anything out there, Danny?
Yeah, this is a small building.
Let's go take a look.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to think no one would ever turn up.
What's the matter?
The post office has been overrun.
Let me guess. Rats?
Rats. Rats would be welcome friends compared to the evil in there.
Evil? What evil?
The deceiver. The father of lies.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Look, I think you might have been out here in the sun too long.
I speak truth. Lucifer himself has invaded the post office, just like in that story. He lives in there.
Wonderful. Another maniac. Frontier's lousy with them.
Then again, maybe not.
Isn't that that sounds like a come on, man, what's the word in English? Mountain lion.
What's this jug for?
It's my supply of drinking water.
Wanted, Gina Fuller, the demon. Wonder if Mr. Postman isn't just susceptible to the power of suggestion. Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any thoughts on what could be inside the post office?
Whatever it is, it sounds scary. I don't think it's the devil, though.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Do you believe this fellow? About it being the devil in there?
I don't doubt he believes it, but I also think the poor fella's got a wild imagination.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
What do you think's in the office?
Not the devil, that's for sure.
Nadine?
Yes?
What's your take on all this?
I'm not sure, really. Obviously, it's nothing supernatural. I believe the explanation will be far more mundane.
Phil?
Harley?
What do you think, Phil? Is that the devil in there?
If it is, I am not going to be the one to find out.
Oh crap.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't go in there. He'll devour your soul.
Excuse
Put
me?
up in
Just stay away from there, please. Wait, what are you doing? Don't go.
Excuse me?
Just stay away from there, please.
Mr. Postman?
Yes? What is it?
I'd like you to tell me exactly what led up to your current predicament, and give me every detail.
Very well. I arrived last night with a load of mail from Bly, up north. Passed the night here and spent the morning sorting and tidying, getting ready to continue on to the next station in Wolf Spring. About midday, I stepped outside to ready my horse. Then I heard the most awful noises coming from inside. Sheila heard them too, and bolted off like a shot. Saving her own skin, I can hardly blame her. When I looked in, I beheld a most dreadful scene. Blood everywhere. Sounds of snarling and crunching bones. And his horrid shadow on the wall. Huge and horned. I ran out here to pray for help and ain't moved since.
What was that you said before about a story? That this was just like in some story?
Of course. You must know the famous short story by H.W. Montesquieu. The devil lives in the post office. A most chilling tale. Of course, I used to think it was just one of Mr. Montesquieu's celebrated flights of imagination. But now, I suspect he must have known something the rest of us didn't.
Big fan of horror fiction, are you?
Well, you know, no more than anyone else, I suppose. Just something to while away the long hours on the road.
Isn't life horrific enough all on its own without thinking up new, imaginary ways for things to be awful?
Ah, but the devil is very real, miss. He'd only like you to think otherwise.
Aren't we pretty far from civilization? Why have a post office here?
Oh, not at all. We're just outside the delivery area for Shivering Pines. 10 homesteads within a 2-mile radius. Anyhow, it mostly serves as a transfer and rest station for carriers like me. But next time they ask me to take this route, I'll tell them to go to hell. Because that's where they sent me.
What makes you think it's the devil and not something else?
What else could it possibly be?
I can think of a few possibilities.
Go and have a look for yourself then. You'll not doubt once you see it with your own eyes.
Keep calm. I'm going to try and take care of this.
God be with you.
Gruesome. I hope that's not human blood. This devil lives in every post office. I have a feeling the mail will be delayed today. What in the ether? Glad it's not my job to organize those. What in the ether? Whoa, that's close enough. What in the ether? Gruesome. I hope that's not human blood. This lantern seems to be what's casting that shadow. Glad it's not my... What in the...
Oh, we can't go anymore? Okay. Talk to people.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Would you happen to have anything on you that could help the situation?
Just my pistols. They could be of use once you figure out what's in there, I guess.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Got anything on you that might help the situation?
Aside from my gun, you mean? Well, I got my pocket mirror, but I don't see how that can help.
I'll take that mirror for a spell if you don't mind.
Okay. Curious to see what you do with it.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
Do you have anything I can use to deal with whatever's in there?
I might, if we knew exactly what was in there.
Nadine?
Yes?
Don't suppose you've got anything that might help?
Help with what precisely?
Good point. I should find out more about what we're up against. Phil?
Harley?
Are you carrying
Just as
anything
well
that
ask
might be
everybody.
useful?
I left
Not the
my
postman,
holy
though.
water back in New Spain.
Okay, so you're supposed to use the... Hello?
How about that? Seems our devil is just a hungry wildcat. Got some good news for you.
Oh?
It's not the devil in there, it's a wildcat.
I knew it!
Jumped in through the window, looks like. Right now, he's having a fine time feasting on a fresh rabbit.
Oh. Are you certain? The devil takes many forms.
I'd stake my life on it.
So what do we do about it?
I'm open to suggestions.
Easiest thing to do would be to scare it off. I could fire a warning shot. That ought to spook it.
I'm not sure. It seems dangerous. I don't think I could lasso it safely.
I do have some firecrackers the trapper's son gave me. I could scare it off with those.
The poor creature's probably frightened to death.
It sure didn't seem that way.
Animals often act vicious to mask their fear.
Not that different to humans.
True enough.
What she has to say?
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
Any tips for dealing with wildcats?
Yes. Stay away from them.
We can't just leave this one in there.
Why not? It'll wander off on its own eventually.
Come on, help me out, would you?
Like I said before, keep your distance. Avoid direct confrontation. Best bet is to scare it off.
Hey.
Phil?
Harley?
Let's see if you can spook that cat with some of your razzle-dazzle.
It would be my pleasure. Anda! Success! The beast jumped out the window.
What about that other noise? Damn it! The wildcat must have knocked over that oil lamp when it took off out of here.
Santa Maria! This is not good. We need to do something, and fast.
We have water outside, right?
Someone give me a hand with this? That was a close one.
Yes, a bit too close.
What? What happened?
The inside of the office got a little singed, but we managed to put out the fire.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Funny, didn't see him in there with the bucket. Guess we should head back.
God bless you folks.
Oh, come on, man. When it stops doing, we're gonna have under the check.
Phil?
Harley?
Meeting those trappers was fortunate.
Are you attempting to make a pun?
What? No. I would never. Puns are the lowest form of humor.
Aha! And what would you consider the highest?
I can always go in for some good old-fashioned gut-twisting irony myself.
Ah, I see. Very literary of you. Anyway, yes, I am glad we encountered them. They were quite entertaining, especially the father. Seeing him loosen up after a few swigs of rum was quite satisfying.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Did you get a chance to speak with Mrs. Fortine?
I did, for a short while.
What did she have to say?
Oh, she was just curious about my background. Told me about hers, that sort of thing. It was a nice conversation.
The Fortine family was nice, weren't they?
It was incredible to see such a strong family bond. They depend on each other completely for their livelihood and survival.
Huh. There's a lady running toward the road. What the heck is she doing?
Madre de Dios!
I'd better see what's going on. What is it? Bandits? Highwaymen?
Worse. Performers.
Good day to you, travelers.
What's so good about it then? And what are you thinking, running out in front of the wagon like that?
I apologize for the theatrics. I fear it's in my nature.
And just who are you, anyway?
Who am I? Honestly, I suppose I'm, well, desperate.
That much is clear. You running away or something?
Heavens no, I could never do that. I'm the impresario of this theater troupe. Name's Kate Hatomi. Our show opens next week, and I'd be fibbing if I said it was going well.
Sounds to me like you are trying to run away.
I am doing nothing of the sort. All I ask is an hour of your time. We've been rehearsing this play for so long. We're all too close to the material. We need fresh eyes and unbiased opinions. If you could but watch our rehearsal and share your honest, unvarnished impressions, you would be doing us a good turn. The performance will be gratis, of course.
Lucky for you, we've got Gentleman Jake on board. He's an expert showman.
The Gentleman Jake? Why, it would be an honor to play for him.
What do you think, Miss Johnson?
I think it sounds like an excellent chance to get a few winks. I'll park just over there. Y'all have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and all the Queen's Mid-Atlantic players, welcome! This is a peek behind the curtain, if you will, at a work in progress. I thank you most humbly for your indulgence and warmly invite you to share your impressions following the rehearsal. And now, please enjoy the show.
Okay. So what this kind of show will be? What the? Okay.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful and charming princess.
Oh, I love my land. The people are kind, the water fresh, and the days are sunny and bright.
The princess was loved and admired by everyone in the land, except one. An evil wizard coveted the kingdom and kidnapped the princess, intending to marry her and gain the throne. To ensure she could not escape, he summoned a terrifying dragon to guard her.
Okay.
However, all was not lost. For a young hero rose to the challenge.
I shall battle the dragon and save the princess. That is, if my dear mother lets me. I said, if my mother lets me, of course.
Faye, that's your cue. Faye? Where the hell is Faye?
I don't know. Last I saw her, she was in her tent.
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's clear we won't be getting anywhere with this rehearsal. You can change out of your costume now, Dwayne. We're done here. Martina? Quentin? Same goes for you.
But I spent hours on my makeup.
And I spent months on this show. Look where that's gotten us. Everything I do to keep all this together, and you lot can't even turn up on stage now and then to hit a mark and say a few lines. Off with you, I need to think. I really must apologize for wasting your time. I knew the show needed some work. I didn't realize it wasn't fit to perform.
There must be some way we can help with the show.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Are you sure? Much as it pains me, I can't honestly say we aren't in need of help.
Certainly.
Well, I'm curious to hear your suggestions. But right now, we need to find out what's wrong with Faye. Your doctor friend went to examine her, but I think she's just having one of her tantrums. You know how actors can be. Or perhaps you don't. In which case, consider yourself lucky. I'm going back to the stage. Come see me if you have any ideas.
So, any ideas?
Perhaps. Excuse me. I'm going to have another look at the stage.
Danny and I are gonna go talk to the two fellers playing the wizard and hero. I think you should help Miss Redbird see to that Faye woman. Anyhow, we'll see if we can't get this show in halfway decent shape. Come on, Danny boy.
Hello, Miss Martina, was it?
Yeah, Martina Holder. I am sorry we could not finish the show for you.
No worries. My companions and I are trying to help your director make it better.
Ah, good. We do need the help.
When did you join this troupe?
Oh, about 4 years ago. Then my English was not so good, so I did not get many parts with words, but I am getting more and more lines in the new shows.
What were you doing before joining this troupe?
I was living in Bright Bay, working as an art model. One evening, the artist I modeled for took me to the theater to one of Miss Hatomi's shows. Afterward, he told me he was leaving to go to work for a new patron in Italy. He could no longer keep me.
So he took you out to lessen the blow?
Not exactly. It turned out he knew Miss Hatomi. He had painted some backdrops for her. He took me backstage after the show and asked her to let me audition. I was shaking. I cannot even remember what I said. I had never acted before, you see. But fortunately for me, Miss Hatomi decided to take me on. Otherwise, I would have been out on the street.
I'd like to know about your castmates.
They are fine people, and I am lucky to know them. Mr. Ellis always has stories and jokes to make me laugh. He reminds me of a big bear. He's also a very fine actor, and he has performed on stages in great cities all over Europe. Dwayne is very nice, but he's also very shy. He does not speak much with me or any of the others. I have always thought it is funny that an actor is so shy, but when he is on stage, one would never know. And Mrs. Davies is like a mother to me. She cares for us very much and wants to make sure everyone is healthy and happy. Although she does nag a lot. My real mother did not nag so.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely to be speaking with you.
A cylindrograph. It's for playing music on wax cylinders.
Oh, another visitor. Who are you?
Harley Legere. And you are?
Faye Davies. I don't expect it's a name you've heard. And as I was explaining to your friend here, not a name I expect you'll hear very much in the future.
Mrs. Davies, I would advise moderation in regards to that brandy.
Dear girl, I understand you like to dabble in medical matters. Let me assure you that this is the only medicine that works for me.
Mrs. Davies seems quite fond of this stuff. A few books and a collection of wax cylinders in that box. Let's see. There are a few wax cylinders here.
I had to find out what we need from that.
Mrs. Davies?
What is it?
Why weren't you on stage today? Is something wrong?
Something wrong. Something wrong? Exactly what aspect of my current condition would suggest to you that anything is right?
What's got you so upset?
I'm about to lose my place here, that's what. Turned out on the dusty road to fend for myself and simply overcome with the sheer injustice of it all.
You think you're being dismissed? Why's that?
Oh, it's a long, long story, but what it comes down to is finances, or lack thereof. Kate has been tightening the belt lately. She says our performances haven't been attracting the crowds they once did. But even so, we aren't doing that badly. All of us have taken quite deep cuts to our usual allowance. It still doesn't seem to be enough. Naturally, I, being the most recent addition to the troupe, am the first up to the chopping block. If you ask me, something doesn't add up. I know for a fact that our run in Bois de Quivo is quite respectable, and yet apparently our financial future is dangling over the precipice by a fraying thread. It's all more than a tad suspicious.
So you suspect Miss Hitomi is taking more than her share?
We've all suspected it for some time, but I'm the only one who's willing to speak up about it. Everyone else knows I'll be the first to go, so they keep their heads down and wait to reap my share.
You've accused Miss Hitomi?
Of course not. I haven't got any proof, but you can bet I would if I did.
If you were let go, what would you do?
Oh, God, please don't ask me such things. I can't bear to think about it.
It's a serious question. Everyone needs a backup plan.
I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, what will I do? Kate couldn't be so heartless. Will they really just let me go? Will no one speak up for me? God, help me!
There now. I'm sure there's a solution. How long have you been a member of this troupe?
Oh, not long at all. Less than a year. I was the last one to join.
What did you do before you were a Queen's Mid-Atlantic player?
I was with another outfit based up in Fawcett, the Davies Traveling Spectacular. 15 years we were together. Anton, my husband, was our director, and I was the star. When I got too old to play the princesses and heroines, Anton would cast me as the ravishing queen. He always made sure I had a spot on center stage. 16 months ago, he passed away in a stagecoach accident. An enormous tragedy.
I'm terribly sorry.
So were we all. Anton was the fiercely beating heart of that troupe. Absolutely irreplaceable. The others couldn't imagine going on without him. So everyone just went their separate ways. Just like that, everything was gone. My heart's love, my director, my troupe, my livelihood. I'm sorry.
So, how did you come to join Miss Hitomi's troupe?
Oh, the traveling theater world is quite small, you know. We all know one another and meet on the road from time to time. Kate heard what happened and wrote me a letter of condolence. We corresponded for a while. Eventually, she said she was passing by Fawcett and offered to take me in. Quite simply, she took pity on me.
What drew you to the stage?
I've known I wanted to act since I was a girl. I would put on shows for my parents and the village children. I traveled to Fawcett to audition for Anton Davies' Traveling Spectacular. He just formed the troupe then. First, I became his star actress, and soon enough, his wife.
What can you tell me about the other players?
Oh, such sweethearts. They've taken me in like a second family. Martine, especially. She's the daughter I never had. Dwayne is a good boy, but he keeps to himself. And dear Quentin. He and I have something of a friendly rivalry. Although he can get quite competitive at times, the old ham.
I'll just leave you to it. Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Did you examine Mrs. Davies?
I did.
And what's your medical opinion?
I couldn't find anything wrong with her physically. At least nothing that an excess of brandy wouldn't explain. But she's in no state of mind to be performing.
I don't believe one needs to be a medical professional to draw that conclusion, my dear.
What's your opinion of the show?
Yes, please tell us. Don't be shy. I'd like to hear what you think.
I didn't quite understand it, actually. Perhaps it would make more sense if we had seen the whole thing.
Dear girl, I truly doubt that would have made much of a difference.
I'll see you later.
See what happens if you try and take it.
Unhand that brandy. I need it for my nerves.
A poster for some show I've never heard of called The Dissembling Mechanism. Apparently it opened on New Year's Day.
Okay, out we go.
Someone kept a copy of a local newspaper.
Traveling players perform on a Camelot in the park before bemused onlookers. Days of Boar. Okay, didn't go so well then, huh?
The desk is covered in papers. Lots of notes. What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names. Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means. It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd. Must be one of Miss Hitomi's previous shows. A poster for The Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th. A traveling trunk. Looks like it's been quite a few places. All sorts of costumes, fake beards, and other theatrical accessories. All sorts of A pair of leather boxing gloves. These might be useful.
Okay. Don't know for what yet, but we will see.
Not terrible as far as props go, but it could use some extra oomph. Phil?
Harley?
What was your opinion of the performance?
It was not to my taste. However, with some improvements, it could be entertaining.
All right, see you later. Miss Hitomi?
Yes?
When did you put this troupe together?
As it exists now? Oh, it's been about 5 years, I should say. That's when Quentin and I came over to Vespuccia.
What were you doing before starting this troupe?
I spent some time in London, then went traveling around Europe doing this and that, until I met Quentin.
Have you performed yourself, or do you stay out of the spotlight?
Me? Oh no, I haven't been on stage since Paris. Quentin and I used to do a little magic show, if you can believe it.
No fooling?
It was a very long time ago. Not worth remembering, honestly.
I want to hear about your cast.
Oh, they all have their talents. They wouldn't be in my troupe otherwise. But I don't hold with talking about people behind their backs. Why don't you get to know them yourself?
What do you think would make the show better?
God, where do I begin? Faye's in a black mood. Quentin thinks his character lacks depth. Martina's unintelligible. And Dwayne's swordplay doesn't even rise to the level of farce. And naturally, theater's all about imagination. But with the quality of our set and props, I fear we are asking rather too much of our audience in that department. I'm this close to packing it all in.
What's wrong with Quentin's character?
Not a thing! Everyone loves to hate the evil wizard. He's a guaranteed crowd pleaser. But Quentin thinks the role lacks depth. That his talents as an actor, and they are considerable, are going to waste. And yes, perhaps he has a point, but for God's sake, this is not the Royal Arcadium! We performers have a saying. There are no small roles, only small-minded, puffed-up thespians who suppose that entertaining the common man is somehow beneath them. I love Quentin, really I do, but I've had it up to here with his carping and grousing. He doesn't listen to me, but you're welcome to try bringing him down to earth if you'd like.
What's the problem with Martina?
Weren't you listening? She doesn't so much say her lines as chew on them and cough them out. She's a sweet girl, and her physical performance is outstanding. The things she can do with just her eyes. I'm loath to cut her part or take away the few lines she already has, but unless she finds some way to magically rid herself of that blasted Teutonic accent, I may have to.
You don't think the swordplay is good enough?
Setting aside that our prop swords are as likely to crumble to bits or give the players paper cuts as they are to make it through a scene intact, it's just not very convincing or compelling. Dwayne either needs to get more adept at handling them, or we need to rethink the whole sword thing. Thank God this play doesn't feature a real sword-fighting duel, but it does need a big climax where the hero slays the dragon. How are we supposed to do that without a sword?
What can we do to make your set and props better?
The best thing we've got is the dragon head, but it's not exactly intimidating, is it? Your friend over there said he might have an idea to make it better. Honestly, at this point, I'm all ears.
I had a chat with Mrs. Davies. She seems to think her position's in jeopardy.
What? Why would she think that?
Are you saying you're not planning on letting her go?
Of course not, especially not so close to opening night. What a ridiculous notion! Honestly, I don't know where Faye gets these ideas.
So long.
Take care.
I bet Jake wishes his show's backdrop was half as realistic.
Nothing else in here, right? So I'm gonna go to the right. I think so.
The actor's life doesn't seem to allow for much in the way of comfort. Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
You fellas talking about anything interesting?
Dwayne's showing me his stunt sword play. He's supposed to battle the dragon at the end of the play. I've tried giving him a few pointers, but it's not going so great.
What did you think of the show?
Well, I'll put it this way. If one of Jake's shows went that way, I'd be looking for another job.
Talk to you later, Danny.
See you.
Hey there.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing with that sword?
Practicing for the show. I didn't get to do my big fight scene with the dragon.
That sword seems to be giving you some trouble.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time getting the hang of it. The balance on this thing is terrible, and I'm always afraid of breaking it. I never liked working with prop weapons. But as long as we're doing medieval romances, I guess I'm stuck with this sword.
How did you end up on board with this crew?
Oh, I met Miss Hitomi and Mr. Ellis back east when they passed through my town in Appalachia. Snuck out of the house to see the show. I went backstage after to ask if I could audition to join. Miss Hitomi said no. So, after they packed up for the night, I stowed away in the wagon and rode halfway to La Roche before they found me. That was when my real audition happened. Mr. Ellis spoke up for me. He said, "Now, Katie, my dear, you would be a bloody fool to leave the lad behind after a performance like that."
What were you doing before joining this troupe?
Working on my parents' farm. It was a rough life. Wasn't much to my liking. No glamour, no surprise, no fun, no opportunity to meet anyone interesting. And my father was very strict. All he wanted was for me to marry our neighbor's daughter so I would inherit his land and grow our family's holdings. Eventually, I realized I would die if I stayed any longer. My soul would die anyway, so I left.
How did you know you wanted to act?
I always liked listening to other people, hearing how they talked. Used to practice in front of a mirror and try to imitate them. Sometimes I'd dress up to get the look just right. Ma didn't like that much.
What do you think of your fellow troupe members?
Some days I hate them. Most days I love them. And any day, I would die for them. We're a strange little family, you know? Mr. Ellis and Miss Hitomi are a squabbling ma and pa. Dear boy, you must make more time for yourself. There are too few hours in the day as it is. Oh, leave the boy alone, Quentin. He can decide how to spend his time. And Miss Davies is our busybody aunt. Are you comfortable? Have you got everything you need? Is that costume too itchy?
So that would make Martina like your sister?
No, not quite.
Are you sweet on Martina?
With all due respect, that's none of your concern, ma'am.
Why not?
Say, you're good at imitating other people.
Oh, thanks. It's always been kind of a specialty of mine. Used to get me in a lot of trouble back home, so I only do it for laughs nowadays.
In a text box.
I've heard a rumor that Miss Hitomi might be keeping some extra funds. Know anything about that?
Oh, sure, I've heard that rumor too, but I don't much believe it. Miss Hitomi takes good care of us. She'd never cheat us out of our earnings.
How do you feel feel about boxing?
I'd be happier doing any kind of unarmed fighting style, really. But how am I supposed to box a dragon?
With style and panache, that's how. It's all about confidence. And I have a feeling you'd look much more confident without that sword.
You don't think the audience would be confused?
It's your job to make them believe it. They just want a good show.
I don't know. We've never done a boxing scene. I don't really know a lot about the form.
I used to do some boxing back in the day. Could show you some moves if you like.
Heck, sure. Why not? And this whole sword thing clearly isn't working for me. But I'd rather not do it bare knuckle. Not really into the whole suffering for my art thing.
Right. I'll see what I can come up with. Thanks. You can get back to your training.
Thanks, ma'am.
If I have boxing gloves, come on.
I found some boxing gloves in Miss Hitomi's trunk, if you want to practice sparring.
Oh, sure. That'd be great.
Danny, how'd you like to help out?
Sure.
First, your stance is all wrong. Stagger your feet, 1 foot in front, weight evenly balanced, knees slightly bent. Good. Now, show me what you can do. Not bad. Not bad. Try not to let your elbow flare out, Dwayne. Protect the ribs. I think you boys are getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
That thing's been through the ringer a few times. Suppose being an actor requires a certain attention to one's physique.
One of your companions has decided to join us.
This is Harley Leger. She used to be a performer of sorts herself, you know.
You don't say. What sort?
I was a fighter. Not sure that really counts.
My dear, if an audience paid money to come see you, that counts as performing in my book. I'm Quentin Ellis, by the by. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
So, what do we have? The only thing we have is still this one. Oh, there's also whatever happened to Dr. Bennett Clark here. So let's see if there is anything here. Traveler players perform Camelot in the park for amused onlookers. Picnickers, ramblers, and families intent on enjoying a leisurely afternoon in Las Virginias Pelican Park last Sunday were doubtless left befuddled by a nearly incoherent plein-air rendition of the cavalryric drama Camelot, staged there by Impresario Miss Hitomi's itinerant theater troupe, the Mid-Atlantic Players. The polyglot players sailing from all over Vespucia and the far reaches of the globe, gall and fumble through the lines in a stilted, false medieval tales. Portuguese? Must be Portuguese, right? Riddled with these and thus and forsooths, as a stroll to bring King Arthur's court to life amidst the palms and fountains of the West Lawn. Evidently in the habit of traveling light, the performers are obliged to make to do with the next nothing in the way of sets, costume, and props that might inhibit the spectacle and in any way further the illusion of a courtly medieval setting for the drama. As to the drama, the plot was paper thin, a stock tale of good overcoming evil, wholly lacking in subtle nuance, not to mention any trace of the courtliness and charm one might expect in a romance from days of yore. The legions of nappers taking advantage of the late afternoon haze to doze off in the soft grass evidently found little in the way of thrills during the proceedings to rouse them from their slumber. Perhaps a more fitting description of the scene, Days of Bore. So, question then when it comes to Dr. Bennett Clark. They're talking about him. Here it talks about a wizard. And he's supposed to be a wizard. Okay.
Quentin Ellis is Othello, premiering October 7th.
You run first.
Mr. Ellis seems rather versatile. Lots of notes and sketches of different costumes and disguises. Could I have a moment, Mr. Ellis?
Of course, my dear.
Just how long have you been a part of this troupe?
Why, since before its inception. That is to say, Kate and I have known each other since well before this incarnation of the troupe was formed. We met in Paris, you see, back in 27.
What did you do before joining the troupe?
I was classically trained at the York Theatrical Academy. I performed all over England before decamping for the continent. When I met Katie, I was touring Europe playing before the crowned heads. Why, my performance as Othello received a standing ovation from Archduke Hubert of Austria.
What drew you to the stage?
Ah, the eternal question. What drew you to the ring?
Money. Found out my tolerance for pain was higher than my tolerance for hunger.
I see, an empty belly is a demanding muse indeed. For me, it was love of the art. I was born with it.
Paris, you say? What was that like?
Ah, those were the days, wild and carefree. We found welcome from a public receptive to our more experimental forays. Nothing like the audiences you find here, mind. Dusty farmers and unlettered cowpokes, the lot of them.
I'd like to know about the others in your troupe.
Fishing for nasty gossip, are we? Unless you have a couple of glasses and a bottle or two of very good liquor stashed somewhere about your person, you won't be getting any of that from me. Truly, they are good people, and I cherish every one of them. We rely on one another. Granted, we have our occasional quarrels, but what family doesn't? It's true that none of them have my training and decades of stage experience, so naturally they look to me for guidance and mentorship.
Miss Hitomi said something about you being unhappy with your character.
Oh, don't get me started. The evil wizard is a stock villain, paper thin, a cipher. All I do is tromp on stage and glower at the audience. He wants to rule the kingdom and kidnaps the princess, all right. But why? What motivates him to do it? Drama comes from a rich depth of character. Complexity, not caricature. I need something I can work with, something to sink my teeth into.
I heard a rumor that Miss Hitomi might be misappropriating the troupe's funds.
Poppycock, pure hearsay. I'll bet Faye put that poison in your mind. I have known Katie longer than anyone. She is many things, but never a thief.
Is it true you used to have a magic act?
Why, yes, it is. Funny, I'd almost forgotten. Katie and I briefly tried our hand at stage magic. She was quite adept at sleight of hand, but in the end, it wasn't our true métier. Too much meticulous planning and bulky, specialized equipment. No room for spontaneity and delight. No emotional connection. No, it wasn't for us. Now Katie uses the old magic trunk to store costumes.
What if Jake and I came up with a better history for your character?
Do you think you could?
Sure. Harley's got the gift of writing, and I've been known to spin a yarn or two.
Very well. I must admit I'm curious to see what you come up with. Why does the wizard want to rule the kingdom?
I wonder if it has something to do with that.
He doesn't want to rule. He wants to save the kingdom.
Yeah, in his mind, he's the real hero.
Oh, intriguing. A subversion of our expectations. All right, but why does he kidnap the princess?
He's actually keeping her safe from the dragon.
Unexpected. I like it. And how does the dragon fit into all this?
Wizard wants to tame the dragon and harness its power to serve the kingdom.
Ah, I see. So truly he's just misunderstood. Yes, yes. Oh, this is a much more interesting and complex figure.
Correct.
The wizard is human, like any of us. He has his own needs and desires. He is conflicted. He strives to do the right thing, however that appears to him. He is the protagonist of his own story. This I can work with. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. Appreciate the chat.
The pleasure was all mine, dear.
Well, they seem to have liked it, so... Okay, so there's something with that chest. In here.
What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names. Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means.
OCDD?
It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd. A poster for The Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th. A traveling trunk. Looks like it's been quite a few places.
So there must be something here.
No way I can force it open. If my eyes don't deceive me, that's a false compartment. Just need to figure out how to open it. A brass button. Mr. Ellis said this was Miss Hitomi's old magic trunk. Maybe these buttons aren't just for decoration. A brass button.
Oh, there must be a number combination for this then, right? Okay, so it must have something to do with these dates then.
A poster for The Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th.
Oh yeah, which order was it here, by the way?
What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names.
So...
Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means.
This is the second one.
It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd.
How many buttons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the first one, 6th of the second. So that one, the first one should be the 6th, and the second one. Does this come in here or? Okay, I need to. God damn it! Where is my? Where have I put those things? Are they out in the kitchen? Oh, god damn it! Oh wait, I have a pen, paper.
What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names. Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means.
Then Delphi. Okay, so this one is 6 and 2. It was June the 2nd, right?
It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd.
Yeah, Carondelet. So that's the second one.
It's a poster
June
for
2nd. Delphi is the last
poster for
one.
the Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th.
That might be a bit tricky though. November. Maybe it's just the first or the date. We had him somewhere else, right? So. Something here.
A poster for some show I've never heard of called The Dissembling Mechanism. Apparently it opened on New Year's Day.
There's the first one. And I don't actually know which one of these we need. Yes, Warrior Princess.
Knights in shining armor.
We used his music for Twin's character in our last show.
I take it he was the hero in that one too?
Yeah, that is right. He's playing all the heroes.
Okay.
I don't want to be juggling these. I'll swap this for the one I've got.
You guys came out last week. And I got a key for it to play it. And I accepted it. I like good old Pointing, clicking.
This was the music we used for Mr. Ellis in the show we did
That's
before.
a publishing
What character
company.
did he play there?
A train robber.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I love this one. This was the first song I learned in English, you know.
You don't say. How does it go?
All of the little maidens go strolling along. All of the little boys come to sing them a song. All of the little children start dancing in line. And all of them have such a wonderful time. All have a wonderful time.
Interesting. Her accent all but disappears when she sings. Miss Holder?
Yeah?
I must say, you've got a beautiful singing voice.
Oh, why thank you.
I couldn't help but notice how clearly your words come out in song.
Yeah, you're not the first to say this to me. I cannot explain it. It is just something which happens.
Say, I've just had a crazy idea. Rather than speaking your lines, why not sing them?
Sing them? That is an interesting thought, but would
I
it
need
not
to
be
find
strange?
that
Haven't you never heard of
fellow.
opera?
But if only I am singing and no one else?
It's a little unorthodox, sure, but isn't that what art is all about? Being expressive, doing the unexpected. I think it will really bring some emotion to the role. It'll be like your character is too pure to just say words.
No,
The feeling is
she
so
has
strong
a
she
German
has to sing
accent.
them.
Yeah, I think I see what you are saying. Very well. I will try this next time.
Do you suspect that Miss Hitomi might be keeping money from you and your castmates?
What? No, never. Mr. Tommy would not do such a thing. Who has told you this? Was it Mrs. Davies?
Well, yes.
I am not surprised.
But
I think that
how?
of all of us, she is easily the most dramatic.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely.
I need to
speak with you.
find a code. Where the heck is the information about Othello? Nothing here. This was just that machine. Anything here? Oh yeah, up there.
Quentin Ellis is Othello, premiering October 7th.
Okay, so 7. So let's see. So it should be 7216 then. So we'll try that. Du måste ju förstå, det här är svenska. It's not Deutsch. Okay? So let's see. So 7, 2, 1, 6.
Hot damn!
I did learn German in school, but that's a long time. That was before you guys were born.
Quite a bit of cash in here. So Miss Hitomi is skimming off the profits? Perhaps that book might shed some light on things. Seems to be some kind of diary or ledger. I'd better take a look at this. It seems Miss Hitomi's keeping the extra money to invest in the show. She calls it a rainy day fund, and she has a separate space for emergency salary reserve. So Mrs. Davies was wrong. I ought to show her this. Maybe it'll calm her down.
I can talk Swedish to you, the warriors. So you can hear the difference. Okay, so we give this to her then.
I found this ledger in Miss Hitomi's trunk, along with some cash.
So I was right. This is exactly the proof I was looking for.
It's not quite what you think. Look at the entries.
Rainy day fund. Emergency salary reserve. Why, she isn't keeping this for herself.
She's setting it aside to help you all.
Oh dear, how embarrassing. What a fool I've been.
We all make mistakes. So now that you know your position is safe, will you get on stage and perform?
Yes, of course. Thank you for clearing up this misunderstanding. I really do appreciate it.
Take that.
I don't think she'll be needing this anymore.
But I don't know what I need it for either. Oh yeah, no, Phil wanted to do some talking if I had some.
Oh, I said good liquor, my dear, not that swill Fey drinks.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
You seem quite at home among these performers.
Sure. These are
But I wonder if we haven't helped them now,
Quentin and I
though.
have been trading tales about life
Faye's
in
starting.
showbiz. Y'all stick around and have a
She's
listen.
gonna
You might
sing.
learn
He's
something.
gonna box. And he's got a deep character now.
How did you find the show?
Well, there's definitely room for improvement.
I'll just be on my way.
So it seems like we should be all done. Let's talk to him about the dragon now.
Phil?
Harley?
Had any ideas to make the show better?
Yes, I believe so. This dragon head is amusing, but with some pyrotechnics, it could really impress a crowd.
You want to make it breathe fire?
Ah, indeed. Far more effective, wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. But how do you intend to pull it off?
I can rig it up quite easily, but I need a fuel source. If you can find me some high-proof alcohol, we should be set.
All right. See you later.
Yeah.
Here. How about this for some fuel?
Yes, this will work. Excuse me, I must go backstage and set up the prop.
But that means we should be done now then, right?
Miss Hitomi?
Yes?
I think you can try a second rehearsal now.
Really? You sure?
Positive. Let's get this show going.
Let's see if we got everything.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful and charming princess.
How I love my land. The people are kind, the water fresh, and the day sunny and bright.
The princess was loved and admired by everyone in the land, except one. An evil wizard coveted the kingdom and kidnapped the princess, intending to marry her and gain the throne.
Hark! You may think me evil, but wait until you discover my true intentions.
To ensure she could not escape, he summoned a terrifying dragon to guard her. However, all was not lost. For a young hero rose to the challenge.
I shall battle the dragon and save the princess. That is, if my dear mother lets me.
My dearest boy, proud as I am of your bravery, I worry so for your safety.
Fear not, mother, for I shall return victorious from battle.
And so the brave lad rode to the castle and confronted the mighty
What a show,
dragon.
huh?
Foul beast, your end is nigh.
With the dragon defeated, our brave hero rescued the princess and vanquished the wizard.
Curses! My plans have been foiled.
Oh, my brave son has returned.
Ah, your highness, I am smitten by your beauty. Will you marry me?
Yes, yes, gladly will I marry you. And they lived happily ever after. Well, at least we made it through to the end that time. Your fix has made a big difference. It's given me a lot to consider. Quentin has offered to do some rewrites. I'm sure he'll get us in good shape by next week.
Glad to be of service.
I'm curious to know how it all turns out. Send me a note at the Rosewater Post after you premiere.
Gladly.
We should be on our way. Miss Johnson has surely awoken from her nap by now.
True enough. Break a leg next week, Miss Hitomi.
Thank you. Safe travels.
Okay, back in our...
We did what we could for Miss Hitomi and her folk. In the end, they formed a strange kind of family, and they seem determined to keep on going. We've kept on going too. The oppressive, arid heat is beginning to
gonna
give way
arrive
to
there
fresh
anytime
breezes
soon,
and
or?
forested slopes as we leave the desert scrub behind and cross into the mountains. Onward and upward.
Okay, we talked to those two last time. Let's talk to...
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, Harley?
In your professional opinion, do you think Miss Hitomi's show has what it takes to succeed?
Oh, sure. We really dazzled it up for him. If it ain't a hit, I'll eat my hat.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure.
Think Miss Hitomi's show will be a success?
I sure hope so. It still needed some work, but I think we helped out a lot.
We're slowing down again.
Do my eyes deceive me?
What is it?
That establishment by the roadside. It is flying the flag of New Spain. Come, Harley. Let us have a look inside. Ándale. Now we are talking. Come, let us have a drink.
Hey, it's the Warriors.
Be right there. Looks like he's already had too much. Must have been a spill at this table. No point. He's fast asleep.
Yeah.
Yuck. Looks like it hasn't been cleaned in months. Hey, that kind of looks like Phil. Gives the patrons something to look at, besides each other's ugly mugs. Wonder if that's the mascot. Surprisingly well stocked for such a remote place. Not a bad-looking fellow.
Tell me, Harley, have you ever had real tequila?
You mean the stuff you put in Danny's chili?
No. That was mezcal. I am talking about the stuff made from blue agave. Bartender, 2 shots of your finest tequila, if you please.
Oh boy. Tequila time!
To what shall we toast?
Let's raise a glass to our newfound friendship.
Now you're talking. Salud. What do you think?
I thought tequila was supposed to burn like hell.
Only the inferior kind. Good tequila is smooth as water. I like this place. Reminds me of home.
You must really miss it, huh?
It is a wound in my heart. But I cannot go home until I know I am not leading my men into a massacre at the border. Until I have more recruits and sufficient supplies and equipment, my only option is to stay here and plan. Yet, every moment I remain in exile, the corpse of the revolution rots.
Instead of lamenting your exile, why not do something about it from here?
Like what?
Send word to the people back in New Spain? Publish a manifesto? Something is better than nothing.
I am a fighter, not a writer.
That's what I once thought, too.
All well and good, but I am not like you. For me, the sword is mightier than the pen. Shall we have another?
Absolutely.
Bartender, 2 more, please.
Yeah, where's my tequila, the warriors?
This time, I have something. To the success of the new Spanish Revolution. ¡Viva la Revolución de Nueva España! Salud!
Oh, he woke up.
La Revolución. General Márquez.
Hernández.
Friend of yours?
Friend? That man is a traitor! Traidor! Toma!
Hey!
After him. Do not let that snake escape.
Okay.
Bill?
Over here. He cannot have gone far. There is no way out of here, but it is too dark to see back there.
Who is that? And what's happening right now?
No time to explain. We need to find Hernandez quickly. That traitorous bastard is hiding in the dark like the rat he is. We must flush him out so he cannot take us by surprise.
I'll see what I can do. Oof! It's heavier than it looks. Did you check among these crates?
Yes, he's not back there.
Lots of barrels behind an iron gate. Damn, it just burns out right away.
Oh wait. Yeah, that one should probably have alcohol on it and stuff, so let's put these together.
There, that should help. That's better.
The blood trail ends here. He's either in that back room or behind those crates. You take one, I will take the other. Aha!
Phil, wait!
Wait for what? This man is a traitor, pure and simple. And there is only one way to deal with traitors.
Por favor, no me mates. Te lo ruego. Tengo familia.
What's he saying?
He's begging for his life. Says he has a family. Clearly a lie, or he would be with them instead of face down in his drink. No me mientas, bastardo.
I am not lying, I swear.
Oh, so you finally learned some English, did you? What other tricks have you learned since you deserted, I wonder?
I feel like I'm missing something. What's the story here?
The story is this man is a deserter. He abandoned his compadres when they needed him the most.
No, it is not like that.
Cállate, cabrón.
Look, I helped you find the man. At least tell me what happened.
Fine. Hernandez was one of the revolution's best defenders. I thought he was loyal.
I was. I am.
But he was among the first to flee when the Spanish army came to Jicotea.
No, I can explain.
So can I. You chose to run like a coward instead of staying and fighting like a man. It takes a low sword to abandon someone who is counting on you. You said so yourself, Harley.
That's true, but everyone deserves a chance to tell their side of the story.
I do not understand. When Stokes left us to the Otham, you weren't interested in hearing his explanation. Yet now, you're willing to listen to this traitor?
You can damn well bet I'd demand an explanation from Stokes if I ever saw him again, but I'm pretty sure I'll never get that chance. You've got it now. Don't squander it.
There is some truth to what you say. Rare is the opportunity to confront those who have wronged us. But I don't care to listen to his excuses. His actions told me enough.
So you're just going to kill him?
No, I am not just going to kill him. I am bringing a traitor to justice.
General, please. We were outnumbered 10-1. It was hopeless. I have a family who needs me. What was I meant to do?
You were meant to fight for your freedom. For your family's freedom. To die for it if necessary. Do you know how many of your brothers gave their lives so you could run off and make merry in some alpine cantina?
As many as gave their lives so you could do the same.
What? How dare you?
I heard about the massacre at Jicotea, and yet I see you standing here before me. Did you stand and fight? Did you die gloriously for freedom? No, you ran, just as I did, because there was no victory possible. The only difference is that you justified your cowardice by calling it a retreat.
Well, he's not entirely wrong, right?
You know, he's not completely wrong.
I did not run away. I assessed the situation and made strategic decisions. That is what a general does. If our front line had not broken and scattered before the enemy, more lives might have been saved in an orderly retreat. But I preserved what forces I could to fight another day. I wept for every man, woman, and child who died at Jicotea. I should have died alongside them.
And so did I. I ran to Vespuccia, just like you, because New Spain is no place now for revolutionaries. Was I a coward? Yes, and I cannot escape that shame. If you feel you must execute me for that, then so be it. But a traitor? Never. I love my country, and my heart still beats for her freedom. I will gladly return to fight for it, if you will have me back.
Hi, Hernandez. Why do you do this to me? I never doubted your loyalty until you broke. But now, what would you do if you were in my position, Harley?
one moment of weakness shouldn't define your whole life. We're all better than who we are on our worst day. Seems to me your government would like nothing better than to have one less rebel in the world. Why give them the satisfaction? Give him a chance to redeem himself. Let him rejoin the fight.
Very well. I am rebuilding my army and preparing to return home to liberate New Spain. The revolution is not dead, but she needs soldiers to defend her. I will send word to you here, at this saloon, when it is time to report for duty. Until then, go back to your family.
Gracias, General. Gracias.
You should not just be thanking me, eh? You owe your life to my wise friend here.
Thank you, señorita.
Don't mention it. Now, can we put this all behind us and get back to the bar? I'm mighty thirsty all of a sudden.
Indeed. Our friend can treat your wound, Hernandez. Perhaps afterwards you will join us for a drink, in honor of the martyred dead of Jicotea.
Why don't you go on ahead? I'd like a minute to collect my thoughts.
Very well.
Okay. So what now?
Oh, good, you're back. We're low on food. If we want to eat tonight, we'll need to hunt for more. I'll let y'all decide what we're after. Round here, the fishing's pretty good, and there's plenty of rabbits and pheasants. Personally, I'd suggest rabbits. Easiest to catch and prepare.
I wouldn't be opposed to some pheasant. Danny makes a mean stew.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What kind of fish are common around here?
Mostly salmon.
Ah, then fishing gets my vote.
Yes, I vote fishing as well.
And you, Leger?
I think pheasant sounds great.
Then it's decided. The three of you who wanted pheasant, take the rifles in the wagon and get hunting. Rest of us will start making camp.
Peasant honey, huh?
I'm thinking this'll be a good place to hunt. You all right handling that thing, Harley?
I'll be okay, but what about Danny? You haven't got a rifle.
Don't need one. My pistols will do the job just fine.
Let's get to it. Okay, everybody ready? Time to shoot us some supper. Great shot, Danny boy.
Holy crap, that was a quick...
Hot damn! Hot damn!
Was barely I may had time to press.
Yeah!
Ah!
There you go.
What a haul. We'll be eating like kings tonight.
What was that?
Oh, shit.
Holy...
Whoa. What do we do?
Keep your heads. No sudden moves.
I think it wants our birds.
Let's back away slowly. I think that's what you're supposed to do with bears.
Sure. But I've got a clean shot.
I'm backing away some more.
Okay. Nice and slow.
Damn it! Run! Well, I admit that could have gone better.
But at least we're still alive.
True enough. Given the choice between skipping supper and becoming supper, I'll take the former. Come on, let's go tell the others.
Well, shit.
Hope there was enough for everybody. I tried to make as much stew as I could.
Don't fret, Danny boy. A small taste's better than none at all. Sure hope that bear appreciates what we gave it.
We also have some spare jerky the Fortines left us, if anyone wants more.
Don't know if I'm quite that hungry, Miss Redbird. So, I've been meaning to ask, what's everybody planning on doing with their share of Clark's stash?
Jake, is that something we should really be talking about?
Look, I ain't deaf. I've known about your little treasure hunt for a while. Far as I'm concerned, you paid me to get you to El Presidio, and that's what I'm doing.
That's noble of you, Miss Johnson. Most folk would demand a cut.
I ain't most folk. I was taught to earn an honest living, and that's what I intend to do.
Anyhow, the question stands.
I think I'd like to buy a new pair of six-shooters. Maybe a horse. It'd be nice to travel the countryside, too.
Have we not been doing that?
Well, sure, but I meant for pleasure. What about you, Phil?
My share will go to the revolution, of course. With full coffers, we will more readily find willing allies.
That's good of you, Phil. I think I'd like to open my own clinic.
Dr. Redbird, eh?
Well, no, I can't practice as a doctor without a medical license. But I could continue as an herbalist, or maybe a midwife.
So get your medical license. You're already worth 10 of those frontier quacks out there. They're all practicing with some scrap of parchment they paid some fancy school for. You could just write in for one. You'd never have to attend a class or show your face.
Perhaps that's something to consider. You sure you aren't interested in joining us, Miss Johnson? The extra money could let you stay in one place for a while.
An interesting thought. But I don't mind moving around, at least until I find something worth staying put for.
What about you, Harley?
I'm not much for chasing dreams. I'll let you know my plans once I've got the money in hand.
Fair enough.
And you, Jake?
I'll probably donate my share to orphans. You know, just like I did with that gent of mine.
You donated a mine to children? For what purpose? To work in it?
No, obviously they can use the profits for their own upkeep. Clothing and whatnot.
Yes, but how? Who is doing the mining?
Hell if I know. Now drop it, will you? All right, folks, I'm turning in. See y'all in the morning.
How are you feeling, Phil?
Oh, well, I have had much to think about of late. The incident with Hernandez has left me uneasy. Perhaps I was too rash in dealing with him. At that moment, I felt sparing him was the right thing to do, but was it? And what of the revolution? Or the mystery of the Fort's Aurum shipments? I have yet to hear from Lieutenant General de la Vega regarding either. So many questions and so few answers.
Sounds like you really do have a lot on your mind.
Indeed. Would you like to join me in a toast to the fallen?
Gladly.
A los caídos. Salud.
Salud.
I believe I will retire for the evening. Good night to you all.
You okay, Nadine? You seem lost in thought.
Oh, I was just contemplating what Miss Johnson said about me getting a license. I never really thought about it before. On one hand, it's exciting to think about all the possibilities, but it's also just as terrifying to consider the unknown.
Well, I think Miss Johnson has a point. You should try for your license. Anyway, isn't considering the unknown all part of being a doctor?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll give it some more thought. It seems I'm sleepier than I thought. I should get to bed.
Fair enough. Get some rest.
Good night, Harley. Please excuse me. I'll see you all in the morning.
Glad to see you and Lisa Lou getting along so well.
She's a great pup. Suddenly the road feels a little less lonely. Ain't that right, girl? Who's a good pup?
Oops.
Doing all right, Danny?
I think so, yeah. That bear was something, huh?
I'll say. Shame we couldn't bring back those birds. But in a way, it was all worth it to see Big Bad Jake running like the rest of us.
I guess it was. I'm feeling pretty tired. Think I'll hit the hay.
Looks like you and I are the last ones standing for a change.
Imagine that. You going to bed?
Guess so. You?
Not just yet. Time to get in my nightly walk.
All right. Enjoy yourself. See you in the morning.
Good night, Legere. Come on, girl.